Hello, listeners of Akashvani Teju. Welcome to our special Yuvavani program dedicated to International Youth Day and National Librarians Day. I am Arindam Sarkar, volunteer of Bambusa Library, and with me are
Sakelu Chikro,
Siwani Pul,
Nishan Lukri,
Ritulu Ama,
Abang Tangjang,
Kathesikri.
friends. Today, we honor the silent but grand contribution of librarians in India to our people. During 2 centuries of British rule, our people, education, and economy were totally destroyed with the imposition of English education. Yet, Indians could come up, educate ourselves, promote reading and literature in our mother languages during this harsh British rule. This was greatly made possible by the large number of people libraries run by selfless volunteers. They became the librarians. They organized book collections and encouraged youth in small towns and colleges to read. They urged youth to discuss and understand India's problems and learn new knowledge to work for our freedom. Most of these librarians were self-educated, but they trained others as professional librarians. Most important among these volunteers is Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, a mathematics professor at Madras University. In his honor, his birthday today is celebrated as National Librarians Day. Listeners, let's offer our salutations to him and all other librarians of India. Today is also the International Youth Day. It helps us to remember, support, and respect our nation's hope, our youth, the change makers of tomorrow. From the freedom struggle of many oppressed countries, we can see that great changes in our society were brought by the selfless sacrifice of youth. Swadeshi movement of 1905, Indian revolutionaries like Shahid Bhagat Singh, the underground leaders of Quit India movement are glorious examples. In Free India also, we can see the inspiring examples of Save Silent Valley movement in Kerala in 1970s and the total literacy campaign across India during 1990s, all led by dedicated youth. It is time we in Arunachal to start working to promote reading habits and education across the state. Listeners, now let's hear from Sivanipul about Professor S.R. Ranganathan, the father of Indian library movement.
Today we are celebrating a very special occasion, National Librarians Day, which honors the contributions of librarians in our society. But do you know why this is significant? It's all thanks to one remarkable man, Professor S.R. Ranganathan, often referred to as the father of library science in India. Born on August 9, 1892, S.R. Ranganathan was a mathematician turned librarian. His passion for the knowledge and information led him to create the 5 laws of library science, a framework that is still relevant today. Have you ever thought about how books are organized in a library? Professor Ranganathan developed column classification system, a unique way to organize books that makes finding the right book easier. He has also written various books, articles on library science. He campaigned and helped for opening more libraries across the country. He helped train many new librarians and volunteers across India to promote reading habits. For his memorable contribution to the youth of India, Professor Ranganathan received many honors, including the Padma Shri Award in 1957. National Librarians Day, celebrated on August 12th, marks his birthday and reminds us the essential role libraries play in our lives. Libraries are not just about storing books, they are about connecting people with the information they need, encourage learning, and building communities. And behind every great library is a dedicated librarian. In today's world, the role of librarian is more important than ever. With so much information available online, librarians help us find what is useful and true. But are they recognized for this important work? Unfortunately, many librarians face difficulties such as low pay, job insecurity, and lack of recognition. Despite their hard work, they are often overlooked. They deserve not just better working conditions, but also respect as keepers of knowledge. On this National Librarians Day, let's not only celebrate the contribution of great librarians like Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, but also raise awareness about the rights and challenges of librarians today. They are essential in our quest for knowledge, and it's time we give them respect and support they deserve. They are living for our tomorrow. So next time you visit a library or need help with research, take a moment to thank your librarian and come forward to become a volunteer of reading in your locality. Happy Librarians Day to all those who dedicate their lives to spreading reading.
दोस्तों, क्या आप जानते हैं कि 1942 क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट में एक बहादुर महिला ने ब्रिटिश पुलिस को 4 साल तक अपनी उंगलियों में नचाया? वे थे भारत रत्न अरुणा असफ अली। चलिए सुनते हैं उनके बारे में बहन निशान लुक्री से।
सन 1942 के भारत छोड़ो आंदोलन की नायिका अरुणा असफ अली पीढ़ियों तक युवाओं के लिए एक आदर्श और प्रेरणा रहेगी। किसी अत्याचारी के विरोध खड़ा होना वो वही थी जिन्होंने ब्रिटिश पुलिस का साहस दिखाते हुए 8 अगस्त सन 1942 को मुंबई के ग्वालियर टैंक मैदान में राष्ट्रीय झंडा फहराया था, जो भारत छोड़ो आंदोलन की शुरुआत थी। और वह सन 1946 तक ब्रिटिश पुलिस से बचते हुए अंडरग्राउंड स्वतंत्रता फाइटर्स को गाइड करती रही और कांग्रेस पार्टी की पत्रिका इनकलाब का एडिटिंग करने लगी। आज़ादी के बाद भी वह अपने अंत तक लोगों की सेवा करती रही। अरुणा असफ अली को स्वतंत्रता युद्ध में उनकी भूमिका के लिए भारतीय स्वतंत्रता की ग्रेट ओल्ड लेडी के रूप में जाना जाता है। अरुणा असफ अली का जन्म पंजाब के कलका में 16 जुलाई 1909 को हुआ था। अरुणा ने अपनी शिक्षा नैनीताल के ऑल सेंट कॉलेज से पूरी की। जब वो कलकत्ता में टीचर के रूप में काम कर रही थी, वहाँ उनकी मुलाकात असफ अली से हुई, जो इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस के सदस्य थे। पारिवारिक विरोध के बावजूद उन दोनों ने शादी कर ली और वह उनके जीवन का शुरुआत समय था। अरुणा असफ अली भारतीय स्वतंत्रता आंदोलन में एक्टिव रूप से भाग लिया और उन्होंने नमक सत्याग्रह के दौरान कई अहिंसा आंदोलनों में हिस्सा लिया। इसके लिए उन्हें ब्रिटिश अधिकारियों द्वारा गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया। केवल अन्य महिला स्वतंत्रता फाइटर्स और महात्मा गांधी के कड़े विरोध ने ही उनको जेल से मुक्ति दिलाई थी। इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस ने 8 अगस्त सन 1942 को भारत छोड़ो आंदोलन की घोषणा की। जवाब में ब्रिटिश सरकार ने भारत छोड़ो आंदोलन को फैलने से रोकने के लिए सभी प्रमुख नेताओं को गिरफ्तार कर लिया। इसके बावजूद अरुणा असफ अली ने ग्वालियर टैंक मैदान में भारत छोड़ो बैठक में भाग लिया और भारत छोड़ो आंदोलन की शुरुआत करते हुए कांग्रेस का झंडा फहराया और शुरू किया। वो युवाओं को एक्टिव रेवोल्यूशन के माध्यम से स्वतंत्रता के लिए लड़ने के लिए अपील करती रही। अंग्रेज़ों ने उन्हें पकड़ने के लिए 5,000 रुपये के इनाम घोषणा की। सन 1946 में उनके नाम पर गिरफ्तार वारंट वापस लेने के बाद ही वो छिपकर बाहर आए। सन 1958 में अरुणा असफ अली दिल्ली की पहली मेयर बनी और 29 जुलाई सन 1996 को 87 वर्ष की आयु में उनका नई दिल्ली में देहांत हो गए। भारतीय स्वतंत्रता संग्राम और राष्ट्र की सेवा में उनकी वीरतापूर्ण भूमिका के लिए उन्हें सन 1992 में पद्म विभूषण और सन 1997 में मरणोपरांत भारत रत्न से सम्मानित किया गया। उनके सम्मान में ऑल इंडिया माइनॉरिटीज़ फ्रंट द्वारा हर साल डॉक्टर अरुणा असफ अली संभावना पुरस्कार दिया जाता है। उनका साहसिक जोश और बहादुर देशभक्ति की भावना आज भी भारत के करोड़ों लोगों को प्रेरणा देती है।
Dear friends, as we cheer for our athletes in Paris Olympics, let us remember a rising star in the world of shooting, Mannu Bhakar. At just 22, Mannu has set an Indian record of winning 2 medals in the same Olympics. Let us know more about her from Abang Tangjang.
Hello everyone. As we celebrate International Youth Day today, we are reminded of the incredible potential and energy that young people bring to our world. One such shining example is Manu Bhaker, a name that has reached every corner of the nation for her feat in the recent Paris Olympic Games. Manu's early life was marked by the challenges faced by many in rural India: limited resources, societal expectations, and the ever present challenge of proving oneself to the world. From a young age, Manu showed a natural talent for sports. Despite her talent, Manu faced doubts from those around her. The financial burden of practicing a sport like shooting was a major challenge for her family. Yet, with the support of her parents and her willpower, Manu turned these problems into stepping stones. At just 16, Manu Bhaker made history by becoming the youngest Indian to win a gold medal at the ISSF World Cup in China. Last week at the Paris Olympics, she made another history by becoming the first Indian to win 2 medals in a single edition of the Olympic Games. This achievement on the biggest stage is proof of her dedication and strength. It wasn't just a personal victory, but a moment of pride for the entire nation. But why does Manu Bhaker's story matter to us today? It's because her journey is one that every young person can relate to. Manu wasn't born with a clear path to success. Like many of us, she had dreams that seemed distant and challenges that seemed hard. Yet, she took charge of her goals, turning her passion for shooting into a platform for greatness. Manu's journey teaches us that age, background, and money are not the ultimate requirements for success. What truly matters is belief in oneself, the courage to chase after dreams, and the power to keep going, even when the going gets tough. Manu's achievements remind us that success is not just about winning medals. It's about pushing boundaries, challenging norms, and inspiring others to do the same. As we celebrate International Youth Day, let Manu Bhaker's story inspire you to dream big, work hard, and never give up.
Listeners, you all know developing a strong personality can make you feel so good. Your personality development is not just about impressing others, it's about becoming the best version of you. Here is Retuluama in our mother language, Digaru Mishmi, sharing her ideas.
Terang yang melang pramatyo we tahingha ning asingo jaja dregwe zampa shiyago chegya we tako amang personality development bago atyane shali hayu ekasaya duga ning ja meli hayu pramele aduga weli bope arzang katheya kasaya shabya shali mamyugo ha e atyane meaning we ja dregmo grag aya bone shabya we adum Ketengi gomo meaning haloya go I hanebia e kasaya shabya. Weha shali hiyo e atyane tahing tadewe ning takone puriya go kala babune lene weya go shabyam. Shali hiyo ning me praleya dubya. Tukutawe prashaya dubya. Me maroya kasaya dubya. E aya bone ning ja puri ho gabakanum ja we ho we dihanebia. Wekanum Gafrong prame lene lago vetia duga. Ga prashaya bope ningdu iya memo chalang frong prashabya. E vitang hotala iya duga. Eli bope e kasaya duga meaning sha arzang bagadi. Sha rugadi. Arzang we alime sha duning sha aligrag igadi. Kadege tuku gabawe chalang atyagadi. Ma balimo grag ning Gatuku chadu atyadaya sha. Arzang we katheya, pra arzang katheya, tyang duga. English go laho aya. A man is known by the company he keeps. Ning e kasakwa, sha me shadu timwa tha shadu deya chiga. We hoya thi kasa me pram na pra lago. Bupa shamo mahingim. Be apram ruhobo we dige lekwa. Arzang prabo pegamo pra lene ve dige shane lago shabya Tako ke zu ho aya arjang pra katherina pra arjang du iya bo gamo pra lebia. Elibo shali mamyo go simple is beautiful lago English go zu ho aya. Ningwe jadrek mo kete ingi go mo haloya go gragwe langim go grafrong chikne hanege dehnege ba hanege thaya timya aya ge prago ihnege ning khodemo weya duga tya we ning jamo ketingo shabya wena gadum jamo ingdu changna suna lane weya iya sha me akenya me pili grab changya la we hogotala iya go gabrahi pramsha jadregmo grakapawe prayim ketinge ayagomo haloya pra ihnebia e kasaya duga e duthi ha lane ekasang takwe shabrelang yaravlang ga tavelum ko wetyang hotala irina.
Friends, can you imagine being just a teenager and deciding to stand up against a mighty oppressor? Kanaklata Barua of Assam did just that. A fearless freedom fighter, the tender age of 16, her courage is a powerful reminder on how youth can set inspiring models. Let us learn more about Kanaklata from volunteer Sakelo Chikro.
Imagine this, a 17-year-old girl standing strong and fearless, holding the Indian flag as she faces armed British officers. This isn't just a story, it's the incredible legacy of Kanaklata Barua, a name that rings true India's fight for freedom. Born in a small village near Gohapur in Assam, Kanaklata wasn't just any teenager. She became a symbol of courage, inspiring a nation to stand up against British rule. Kanaklata, known as Bir Bala, was committed to India's independence from a young age. She would often gather her friends to talk about her dream of a free India. Once, she found a torn Indian flag on the ground. Instead of leaving it, she picked it up, stitched it together, and promised herself that one day she would see it flying in a free country. This small act showed her deep love for her nation. Her most famous moment came on 28 September 1942, during the Quit India movement. She led villagers on a mission to hoist the Indian flag at the Gohapur police station in Assam. Kanaklata had even been turned away from joining the Mrityu Bahini because she was too young, but she convinced them to let her join, showing her strong determination. When the British officers ordered her to stop, Kanaklata didn't back down. She held the flag high and marched forward, even as gunfire erupted. She gave her life that day, becoming a martyr at just 17 years old. Kanaklata's bravery is still remembered today, especially in Assam. The Indian Coast Guard named a patrol vessel ICGS Kanaklata Barua in her honor. In 2020, on her 100th birth anniversary, the Indian government released a special coin in her memory. Her story, told through songs and books, reminds us that true bravery has no age and that even the smallest voice can make a big difference. As we remember Kanaklata Barua today, let's honor her fearless spirit and the powerful message she left behind. One brave act can start a revolution, and even the youngest among us can change the world. Listeners, Paris Olympics has just got over. No better time to remember India's new badminton discovery, Lakshya Sen. Coming from a small Himalayan town, imagine how hard work he put in to reach Paris Olympics. Here is Arindam, your host for today, presenting a talk on Lakshya Sen.
Listeners, today, on this special occasion of International Youth Day, who can forget India's Paris Olympics hero, Lakshya Sen? His is an inspiring story of a young sportsperson. His story is not just about sports, but also about dedication, perseverance, and the power of youth. Yes, Lakshya Sen, a name that resonates with excellence in badminton. Presenting my poem, a tribute to Lakshya Sen. Lakshya's flight. In the hills of Almora, a star was born, with dreams of glory, his heart adorned. From a family of champions, he took his flight. In the world of badminton, he shone so bright. With every smash and every swing, he made the shuttle dance and sing. From junior ranks to global stage, Lakshya wrote his own golden page. In Bengaluru, he honed his skill with dedication, passion, and will. From Asian gold to Commonwealth fame, he etched into history his illustrious name. Through trials and trumps, he stood tall, a beacon of hope, inspiring all. With every match, he plays his part, a warrior with a lion's heart. So here's to Lakshya, the pride of our land. With a racket in hand, he makes his stand. May his journey be filled with endless light as he soars to new heights in his relentless flight. Friends, how do you think reading habits can help us become a better person? Can a just class 10 boy emerge as a scholar, eagerly invited all over the world? Swami Ranganathananda ji, former president of Ramakrishna Math and Mission, believed that libraries are not just places to find books, but centers to build a new Indian society. Let us know more about him from our volunteer Kathe Sikri.
Namaste listeners, today is a special day, the International Youth Day and National Librarians Day. So let's pay our tributes to a remarkable individual who inspired lakhs of young people and librarians, Swami Ranganathananda. Swami Ranganathananda was educated only class 10 in the school. Yet, by his own hard and systematic efforts, he rose to be a senior monk, a great scholar, and educationist respected all over the world. Till his late 80s, he went on traveling around the world at the invitations of world leaders' universities. His lectures were attended by statesmen, professors, executives, and students, as they were greatly inspiring to all. As a senior monk of Ramakrishna Math, he is also remembered for setting up many excellent public libraries in the ashrams at Rangoon, in present-day Myanmar, and Karachi in the Pakistan during 1940s. It was Swami Ranganathananda ji who in 1950s set up in the RK Mission Delhi a free public library for youth. Here youth could study and attend free coaching for competitive exams. Swami Ranganathananda ji believes in the power of youth to shape the future and work tirelessly to empower them. He himself maintained a healthy body with regular exercises. Even at the age of 80, he used to go and play volleyball with youth. Swami Ranganathananda was saw every social problem as an opportunity to empower the local youths to take a charge of their own development. He encouraged them to form a youth brigades, which not only helps in relief work but also implemented long-term projects like building schools, hospitals, and irrigation systems. Thus, through his own example and guidance, several young people transformed their lives and community, becoming confident leaders and change makers. Swami Ranganathananda believed in the potential of youth to create a positive change. As he said, let me quote, "The youth of today are the architects of tomorrow." Unquote. Let us empower them to build a better world. On this International Youth Day, let us draw inspirations from Swami Ranganathananda ji lives and work and continue to empower each other to create a better and brighter India.
Dear friends, today, let's not just celebrate International Youth Day, but reflect on ourselves if we, as a youth, are taking actions and nurture our potential. Let us also celebrate our National Librarians Day by helping them to build a reading Arunachal. Until then, stay inspired and keep believing in power of change. I am Arindam Sarkar from Bambusa Library signing off. Happy listening on Akashvani Teju.